Hello, everyone. I am Will, and welcome back to my playthrough of Elden Ring. Um, Last we left off, we basically finished up the base game. Um, all that's really left to do is to fight Radagon and Elder Beasts at the final boss. But I decided to push that off to the very end just for, probably like a thematic? No, not really thematic. Theatric effect, probably more accurately. So I feel like fighting the boss and just leaving kind of the ending just kind of hanging there. I feel just do the boss, then do the ending. So so that way we'll just push them off. So at the end it'll be Consort Radon, then Radagon, Elden Beast, and the ending. So that's what I decided to do. And yep. So last episode we fought Melania, who gave us a little trouble. Not too bad. 3 tries. It's pretty good. Then we did Placidus X, who we lightninged to death. Then we took on Malekith, who luckily we only took 1 try. I'm not very good at him. I tend to just... some of his attacks are delayed, and delayed attacks always get me, so... I should know by now, but we got lucky, so... Beat Malekith, did the Ash Capital, explored around a bit, got the last upgrade of the Erdtree Talisman +2, or Erdtree's Favor +2. Finished off Corrin's quest line, picked up Gold Mask's stuff and Mending Rune. Let's see what else. Picked up another Somber Ancient Dragonstone. And we also got the Crimson Medallion +2. It has a drop down into the sewers, which can only be gotten at the Ash Capital. And then after that, we laid the smackdown on Gideon because he deserves it. Rolo and Waterfowl Dance just, destroys him. And then at the end, we took on Godfrey, First Elden Lord / Horlu. I did summon the 2 NPCs, Nefelilu and Shabiri, just because. Wasn't really planning on it, but it worked out. I mean, summoning NPCs, it does help in distracting the boss, but it also gives the boss bonus health, bonus damage if you have 2 summons, as well as poise damage reduction, or stance damage reduction. So it takes more attacks to, break their stance to get a critical hit. So, which means we only got 1 stance break during that fight. So just be careful when you summon NPCs. Summoning 1 doesn't provide them with a huge stance defense, but it is noticeable. Having 2, you just got to be aggressive at that point, otherwise you're not going to get stance breaks at all. But I just say the more the merrier. So yep, and that was it. And between episodes, I'm trying to remember what I did. I don't think I really did anything. I upgraded the Clean Rot Spear because it's one of my favorite weapons, but it's okay. I mean, it's not the best. I just like how it looks. Just really cool. What else did I do? I think that was it, really. Yeah, I don't think I did anything else. And then today we'll be starting Shadows of the Erdtree, the DLC. I will say this is only my 2nd time through, so it won't be as good as it has been. I'll probably die more often because I'm just not used to the enemies there. We'll take on the Gravesite Plains for sure. and maybe the entryway into Ballarat. I don't know. We'll see. Definitely the graveside plain, so including the giant furnace guy. So he's going to take a little while. And equipment for today, starting off with the Clean Rot Knight Spear +9. I mean, I like it, but I don't like it enough to use up one of my Somber Stones. It's also more of a quality weapon. Strength and dexterity scalings are, I believe they're almost even. So, we're not quite built for it, but it is a good weapon. Bow, seal, shield. Going with the Festive Hood, altered, so it's like just a little flower headband. Melania's armor, gauntlets, and Clean Rot greaves. I would use her Melania's greaves, but Clean Rot Knight greaves just give us a bit more defense, damage negation, and poise. Although, even with the Bull Ghost Talisman, we won't get the 51 threshold. I think we're like 2 points off or something like that. Yep. Dragon Crest, because we're going to need all the damage negation we get. Scar Scourge, Heirloom, because again, this is more of a quality weapon, quality physical. So having this will just boost damage. Alexander and Rotten Wing Sword. Because the thing with Clean Rot Spear, at least it's R2s anyway, is a multi-hit. So it's going to trigger this like every time. So might as well just have this on. So we are going to be using it. Be attacking a lot. Green Burst, Heartier, Rolo, Crab. This might change out. Just for the first enemy anyway. I want to see how well that works. Yeah, and as for the first enemy, that's probably not the best weapon to use it against. All right. So we just get into the DLC. Sure, why not? All right, Leda.
Come now, touch the withered arm and travel to the realm of shadow. I will not be far behind. May we meet again.
All right, let's touch the arm. Here we go. Yep, and we're just dropped off. There's an item right above us. I don't think you can get to it from here. Yeah. Still quite amazed that there's no cutscene or anything. Us getting sucked into the arm or something. Similar to what Mohg did. But did I walk right by it? Yes, I did. That's just... You have the Furnace Golem. You have your Cursed Blade, who will probably kill us, though we'll see. Yep. Just a jagged peak. You can actually see the moon. At least one of the moons. The Umbral Moon, maybe? The moon of Noxtella that's, I think missing. See the golden hue with the shadow in the background and the little veils coming off of it. Alright. So let's see if we're going to meet our first death at Yieldy over there. Alright, Curse Blade. Out of fruit. They should be really weak to sleep, but... Alright. Yeah, delay attacks. Okay. So it's just, yes, they really are susceptible to sleep, but it's not a full-on sleep like I thought I would be. Okay, not too bad. Yeah, it's not the best weapon to fight them with, but... Red flesh mushrooms. Yes, we can use Torrent now. Yeah, their Curse Blades don't have any real resistance. They're not resistant to anything, really. But they do take extra damage from Slash. Gravesite Plane. Yeah, probably do this kind of the way I did it the first time. We'll swing this way, clear out this little area, come back, take care of this little area. I don't know if I want to do the Mausoleum right this second. But we will go this way, grab the backhand blades, take on the Furnace Golem, who probably will kill us. It's either him or the NPC is going to be our first death here. Talk to the bros. Probably go this way, talk to the other bros. Hit up this little area. And then come this way. Yeah. First time through the DLC, I ignored the major dungeons for as long as I can. Just explore the surrounding areas first. I thought I'd be doing a bit more damage. Okay. Let's just top off. Give me my flask back. Thank you. It only gave me one, but that's all I needed. Alright. Is it this one or the next one? It is white. White flesh for our pots. Yeah, it's this one right here. It was that little owl on top. It took me a little bit, startled me the first time I saw it. Took me a little bit to realize, oh, it's a freaking owl on top that screeched at us. Alright. I should get off horse. Shit's our weapons. Actually, In fact, let's do... trying to remember what did I want. That might work. Okay. Because there is an NPC roaming, and I need to... Should be in this general area. I want to get... There he is. I want to try and get the drop on him if I can. Oh. Jump attack. Huh. Oh, he didn't get rotted? Wow. I thought he got rotted. I thought he got rotted. But that's Logur, or the knockoff Wolverine. And he drops us the Beast Claw. It probably didn't get rotted because it missed that first hit. That's probably what happened. But that's why I like Hand in Millennia. Awesome against NPCs. Just for that. Alright, let's put our... Actually... Let's get our strength talisman back. Let's top off. But yeah, Hand in Millennia, wing, like the Rotten Wings sword, Lord of Bloods. Can't go wrong. Alright. Yes, I am avoiding the main road for a reason. We'll use the road coming up. Another furnace golem. Giant dead dragon. The cerulean coast down to the big hole in the ground. Charo's hidden grave, I believe it's called. Yep. Oh, the map's only the size of Limgrave, he said. It doesn't include the verticality to this place. It's nuts. Don't think there's any more items over here. Yeah. There we go. So I bet the Furnace Golem's going to be our first death. Or this night here, depending on how poorly I play. Alright. Yeah. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Yep, enemies in the Shadowlands tend to drop smithing stones pretty often, or regularly. So. All right. There are 2 Mesmer soldiers, so just be careful. Yeah, these guys are weak to lightning. Okay. Yeah. Black Knights, weak to lightning. Oops. You're not Godfrey. Don't give me those stomps. Fireflies. These are mesmers. Yep. Flies in worn-torn lands that have been scoured by mesmer's flames. They burn in black and slender ribbons of fire. Black Steel Great Hammer, good weapon. It's just really short reach, so it does have like an extra oomph to its guard counter. It causes a burst of power, so it'll hit the ground, or does it swing up or is it swing down? I think it's a swing up, actually. You'll swing it up and it'll cause holy bursts to kind of flow out. These claws. Imitation of the esoteric technique of the horned warriors. Those who carry this weapon wield it as though they have been possessed by a savage beast. Graveside Plain. Somber plain covered in spirit graves. The spiral tower of the Horn Scent lies to the northwest, and the entire expanse is marred by the harrowing ravages of war. I also did buy the Elden Lord armor between episodes. Forgot about that. Here we go. Our first 2 Shadow Tree fragments. I was going to call them Shadow Tree. I know it's either Skadoo, Skadoo, however you want to pronounce it. It's just a Shadow Tree fragment. That's what I'm going to call them. More fireflies. Check out this little cave back here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all of Mesmer's soldiers are weak to lightning. Or more susceptible to lightning, I should say. Ooh, got their gauntlets. Nice. And we have a divine blessing. Wrong game. Blessing of America. Yep, completely restores HP and heals all ailments. Yep, created several of these physics for Mesmer's sake, but never again. And here's the tutorial about the Shadow Blessings. Bolsters recipient's ability to deal and negate damage, but has no influence outside the realm of shadow. It said that when the Shadow Tree crumbles from its core, that it will scatter across the entire realm of shadow. People of the Erdtree collect the splinters and use them in prayer. And the Tree Knights of the Tree Knights, they actually have a version of this. You probably, I think they've used it in one of the episodes. They'll like back off. You get them down to like, I'll say a third health. They'll try to back off and heal themselves, and they'll drink what looks like a flask, but I believe it's a blessing. Not blessing of America, but like a blessing of Miquella, maybe? Dew gems. Nothing behind the waterfall. Sad. Nothing behind this waterfall. Mr. Hornblower here. Ooh, got the shield. Nice. Yeah, the Mesmer's soldier shield is really good. Got nice balanced damage negation. If you're not sure what you're gonna be up against, perfect shield. It's also really stylish. It's actually, you may have less damage negations than the brass shield, but I think it's the guard boost on it is like, I think it'll eventually be like one less, but just don't discount it out of your consideration. Fire coils. A new throwable consumable. Would actually be really good for us because I think it scales off faith. Yeah. S tier and faith, and we got a ton of faith, so this should do wonders for us. Fire was a symbol of the crusade, and even Mesmer's rank and file soldiers would wield it. From the spot that is thrown, the writhing snakes pursue foes. Right. No, I don't think you... It might look like you might be able to get down there, but no, you can't. I think there's a kill plane not too far down. So... I think I tried it once and it killed me, so... Alright. Get these bones. I think that is everything down here. Let's grab the fireflies. Alright. So now we'll more closely follow the road. We'll probably change weapons when we take on the furnace golem. As much as I like the spear, it's not very good against them either. So. I say we're following the road, but we're actually going to go not follow the road. He's out by himself. Okay. Just collect all the materials we can. Just collect them. Oh, we passed up a bunch of dudes. Okay, by a bunch I mean one. Stake of America. Yep. Just in case. Just in case. But yeah, the scaling for at least the gravesite is not that much different from the Erdtree. So it's not that crazy just yet. Glass shards. More upgrades, sure. What I'd rather have is your armor. Your armor or your weapon. the hanging tree. Mesmer's lot. Here we have our first revered spirit ash. That's for upgrading spirit summons, including Torrent. I actually am not too sure if it affects NPC summons, but I'm pretty sure it does. Pretty sure it does. So. Just a whole bunch of mobs. Nothing too threatening. Just checking the cliffs. I don't think you can scale that. I don't think so. It looks like you might be able to, but okay. Alright, I don't want to go a bit too any farther. Oh, really? Thank you. Okay. Just gonna poke you. Ow. Not cool, not cool. Alright. Scorched ruins. All right. There was a spirit. Let's see what he has to say. Hold on. Bam. There he is. All right, spirit. What do you gotta say? Dot, dot, dot. Everyone burned to cinders, burned away, put to the torch by Mesmer and his lot. What did we do to deserve such fate? We merely lived our lives. We lived in peace. Well, what did you do? You probably didn't do anything, but it may not be so true for your brethren. All right. First hefty crackpot. Alright. First time worked, second time didn't. This is the cookbook. Yep, Greater Potentate Cookbook 1. Just gives us hefty fire pots. I think we can actually make them now. Yep. Red flesh mushrooms and and 2 pyre plies. Let's just make it. I'm just gonna slap it right there. Because I think we can actually use it on the furnace golem. I don't know if it'll work, but I think we can. Is it this way? Get more of these guys. They just drop basic materials. There is no way to get on that tower. I've tried a number of times in my first playthrough. That goes nowhere. You can't get in there. It may look like you could, but you can't. Nah, we'll come back. I want to get the ruins done first. I think it's over here. Yeah, just guard counter the dogs. That's the easiest way. I think that's the way right there. More pyre plies. Or pyre fly. See a whole bunch of grave birds. Yep, and the first mausoleum's over there. Not gonna go that just yet. Don't know if that's the proper way up, but that's what I'm gonna use. For calling finger, okay. And there's an actual, stairs up. Shadow runes. Okay. All right, so yeah, this is the way up. Here's the main road. Left over here. And then left this way, then this way. And we're gonna have to deal with these schmucks. Nice, good view of the coming area. There's Castle Ensis right there. Yep, and the shadow keep in the background. Ruins of Ra. I don't even know how to pronounce that. El something. Or Ill. Inner Ilum, or I think that's, or something like that. Ilum. Just barely see the first Miquella cross. Ooh, it's getting dark. There is a drop down, which is pyre plies, or pyre fly. But, alright, here's our reward. in the base game, ruins have a basement. In the DLC, ruins have an attic. We get the Blade of Mercy, which boosts damage by, I think, 20% for like 30 seconds after a critical strike. Parry, riposte kind of thing. Or backstab counts, I believe. Didn't need Torrent for that, but yeah. Interesting talisman. Probably won't be using it, but it's nice to have, just in case. Might be good against Rellana. That. I always get their names mixed up. It's Rellana is the one in the DLC. Rennala is the one in the base game. Alright. So, Blade of Mercy might be good against Rellana, just because I plan to parry her. I find her more fun to parry. But, alright. Firefly, sure. Alright. And that's our first ruins. Well, no, it's not. There's still some more. I forgot. Never mind. There was, I think, one more drop down. Let's see if I can see it. Yep, right there. See that item? Yep. Completely forgot about that until I saw the bridge. Alright. Question is, how do I get to it? Right here. Okay. Alright, some more fireflies, but we'll need them. Throwing some hefty pots at people. And if it does work against the furnace golem, like I hope it does. But, Alright. We'll tag this Grace. So now that's the first ruins done. I don't think there's any items behind the thing. Cross my fingers. Right. And we have another spirit. Mr. Spirit. Dot, dot, dot. I know. All your resentment lingers yet. The raw stuff from which I shall surely forge. A curse upon the dastard Mesmer's head, upon Marika's children each and all. Guy wants to, curse some people. Like, okay. Just clearing out the enemy so I can get to the jar guy. No, not you. You. And then you. Yeah. Jar guys. Shadow Tree, or Shadow Realm's version of scarabs. More often than not, they'll drop a Reverend Spirit Ash or a Shadow Fragment, Shadow Tree. Although some of them do drop other things, but for the most part, it's one of those two. And he drops Silverhorn Tender and a Fragment. That reach. The silver tender is a item. It boosts item discovery. Trinkets were once symbolic of society's upper echelons. Not quite sure how much. I want to say it's like 75, maybe? Question mark. And a spirit gravestone. In places where the dead have been brought since antiquity, the oldest gravestones turn into spirits and then fade away. Okay. Alright, so it might be over there then. Big guy's on the move. Firefly. Okay. Right. There is a cave in the walls. I think it's probably down there. But alright, let's go back to Grace. We'll do our first Shadow Tree upgrades. Shadow Realm Blessing. 1. And I think we only do 2. Okay. 2 and 1. Yep. I don't quite remember which patch it was. I think it was like 1.14, I want to say, where FromSoft changed the blessing scaling. Like in the initial release of the DLC, the blessing scaling was kind of linear. So, but with the most recent patch, you get an exponential curve until Shadow Blessing 12, and then it goes kind of linear up to the max. The actual max hasn't changed, but the amount needed to get near the top has changed. So I think around Statue Blessing 12 is where it goes back to linear. But by then, 12 is a good amount to have. Definitely recommended. I will do as much as I can, though. I would recommend that. But if you get Shadow Tree Blessing to 12, you're set. You're good to go. Yeah, I think gets you to what, 80%. I think 80% additional damage. I don't quite remember the numbers. But, I want something quick. Mace. Either the mace or the knight's sword. I'm gonna try the sword. I'm gonna slap on our fire defense. Yep. Now all of our character stats are in yellow now. That symbolizes the blessing being inactive. Got some good numbers. I'll probably throw up a comparison so you can just see how much it increases by. I'll also probably put up, a little scaling chart, whatever, for the blessing levels. Yeah, damage isn't going to really help. We just need something with a lot of stance. All right. You ready for our first death, probably? All right. We gotta topple the big guy. Yeah. These guys have like 300 stance. I think you'll get a stance break every 100 or so. Just jump. Oh, that's break. There's another one. You just need one more. I don't know. They might have extra stance damage taken. 'Cause that's... Wasn't sure what he's doing. There we go. To his head. Didn't mean that. Effort quick. It kinda did it. We saw we did another like 13,000. We threw the pot inside. So it kinda did work. Back off. Oh, he stomped us. Ah, I couldn't get up. I was trying to roll up, but nope. There it goes. First death, Furnace Golem. Because I didn't get far enough away and he stomped on us. So try that again. Wait. Let's get our hefty pot. Alright, Furnace Golem. I made a mistake. I'll try not to do it again. Ow. Ah. We were doing so good, too. Ooh, another one. Off. Whoa, wait, what? Oh, we've got too close, probably. Yeah, his, like, when he jumps up, it explodes around him. So so we probably got too close and we got hit by it. There we go. Not quite sure how long he stays down. There we go. 13,000. Nice. All right. Back off. Double jump if you have to, but yeah. Oops. Wow. That was pretty quick. Unless his legs have their own little stance values. Could be. Oop. Didn't want to get stomped on. I think we'll just kill him outright. Come on, controller. Thank you. Yeah, we just kill him outright. Get the deflecting hearts here and the furnace visage. Alright, he's not too hard. I did make that mistake of getting stomped on, but alright. I mean, yes, throwing a hefty fire pot into his head definitely did a number on him. In fact, if we had a hefty furnace pot, probably would have done a whole lot more. So my theory was right. Throwing a fire pot in his head definitely helps. And I think you have to use a hefty pot. You can't use a regular one in order to get that little damage boost. So we don't need this anymore. Let's get our talisman back. Alright. White flesh. We'll check out this area, hit up the Grace, talk to our homies, and probably call an episode. So, no boss. Well, kind of boss, but okay, so here's the little cave I was looking for. It has a painting. Sacred Tower painting. Yep. The soul of the painter and visages of the dead's last moments can be discovered by visiting the location depicted even now. Right. I do know where it is. We can't actually get the reward yet. Not until we uncover the shadow. So it's going to be a little while before we get it. Furnace visage. Stone mask surrounded by curling horns, depicting the fell god of fire that haunts the sagas of the Hornsent. Yep. The Deflecting Heart tier is a very fun tier because it provides perfect guards. Like where if you time your guards kind of like a parry, if you just block at the right moment, you'll negate a lot of damage. You'll like take no stamina drain, and it'll boost guard counters. Mm-hmm. Yep, damage negation and guard poise be heightened in the moment immediately after assuming a guard stance. Successfully executing spontaneous guard will also strengthen guard counters. So, very fun one to use. I probably won't use it. I tend not to do guard counter kind of things. I mean, why guard counter where you can parry? Although, as I say that, there are some moves you can't parry, but you can guard counter. So, don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Us Inquisitors. Oop. No, you don't see me. You don't see me. Get back with your patrol. There you go. Right. This is not going to work, but I'm going to try it anyway. It did work. Scarlet Aeonia, my favorite incantation in the game. And here we have the backhand blade. Very, very powerful weapons. Especially if you're going to do a frost or bleed build. Just because you can get so many hits off with it. It's nuts. I probably will be using them. Don't know how much, but probably will be using them. We'll take out this little area and then hightail it over to it's over there. I don't think there's anything else over here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything by these trees. It actually might be a good time to change up my Great Rune. As powerful as Godric's Rune is, I don't think we need it anymore. Alright. Just want to check out these graves. Nope. Cool. Alright. Come on. Yep, these are great. Oh, that was a grave bird. Kind of like stone golem type things. Best use a strike weapon or gravity weapon. Well, strike weapon for sure. Have gravity handy in case they decide to fly around. They do like to fly around. All right. Come on. Come on. I have no problem pelting you from here. Fine. Only in case you drop something. Oop. Ow. Bad bird. Yeah, they like to fly around, so have a gravity spell in case, or have a gravity spell handy so you can knock them out of the air. If I get my words right. Grave gloveworts. Don't really need it, but okay. Tumbleweeds, okay. Alright, let's go get this grave bird and we'll go to the cross. Do some talking, maybe. Nah, we'll just hit the grace and that'll be it. They have about 30 stance, so it's not that bad. Alright, come on. Oh, I thought you were in range. I mean, it still hurt. God damn. Yeah, that was almost 600 damage. Like, jeez. Don't think there's anything over here except mushrooms, which we'll take. Alright. There we go. Another shadow fragment. Empyrean blood, Burgeon, and Miquella's cross. I bend in here, the first of the flesh of my body. Tag grace. We'll talk to you next time. Yeah, we'll talk to you next time because we'll talk to them and then go up that way. So we'll leave the talking to next episode. So, yep, I'll call an episode right here. We started the DLC, Shadows of the Erdtree. Yeah. Oh yeah, counted our first Chris Blade. Got lucky he didn't kill us. Went southeast, I think. Yeah. Well, this way. Where we found Logur, the Beastman, who could have almost killed us as well, but we dealt with him. Hand of Melania, excellent for that kind of NPC fights. Though we did get the drop on him, got Scarlet Aeonia on him. He didn't rot, sadly enough, but and then we waterfowled him. So, and they gave us the beast claws. Continued down that path to Church of Consolation, where we took on our first Black Knight, a whole bunch of Mesmer soldiers, and picked up our first Shadow Tree fragments. Came back up, took on some more soldiers, cleared out the Scorched Ruins, picked up another fragment over here. We came down, took on the Furnace Golem, Furnace Golem, who did kill us. So it was partially my mistake. I was too close to him. Once you see him raise one of his legs, just back off, because they have a pretty... their reach is deceptively large. I mean, they are huge, so they have big steps, and I didn't back off, so I deserved it. But you got on the second try, and I did confirm that you throw a hefty fire pot into them after you do a riposte, and they will take extra damage. So, or take a big chunk of damage. So, because throwing a hefty fire pot, and preferably a hefty furnace pot if you have them, will definitely chunk their health as well. So, And the parameter data says they have 300 stance, but that didn't seem quite right. So that might have been like their main body or overall stance. I don't know. There's probably a separate mechanic going on with them that I'm not seeing, but I don't know. Either way, just smack at their legs, perfectly on torrent, just so you have the double jumps just in case. Smack at their legs till you get a stance break 3 times, they'll fall over. Smack them in their little face thing. Do the repost, throw a fire pot in their hefty fire pot into them as they stand up, and rinse and repeat. Got our deflecting heart here, which I probably won't be using because I just don't do that. It is fun to use, though. It is fun to use. Also very good to use, too, especially on some fights. But I probably won't be using it, so. Took on Inquisitors, picked up the backhand blade, which we'll probably be using here eventually. Took on some Gravebirds, and came our way here. At our first cross. Yeah. And that's it. And next episode, we'll probably be doing some talking to these two, this lady, that gentleman. Probably go up through here, talk to some more NPCs up there, and probably do this little thing over here. I'm going to avoid Bellarat. Excuse me. I'm going to avoid Bellarat for as long as I can, because I'll probably clear out this little zone first. Excuse me. Clear out this zone first. There is a jail down here. Probably do that first before the Bellarat. To be honest, we might actually cross the bridge first. We might, I don't know. There is a dragon over here. I think there's a painting reward here. Yeah. The other painting reward is up here, but we can't get it till much later. There's an invader there. What's that? I don't know. I think that's everything for right now. Yep. Okay. Yep. So that's the plan. Talk, go through there, talk, go up the side path, clear out another ruins, and go from there. So, I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all. Come on. See you all next time.